Citing a web page in MLA 8. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to cite a web page using MLA 8. If you haven't watched our overview of citing in MLA 8 video, I recommend you do so before proceeding with this video. This video will show you how to find and format each component of your citation. We have another video on formatting your works cited page. Over here, you can see that I have up the 9 core elements. I always keep these on hand when I'm making citations because it's helpful to refer back to what the elements are and what punctuation goes between them. When I am citing a web page, I can use this template, which comes directly from the 9 core elements. The author's last name, the author's first name, the title of the web page, in quotation marks, the name of the website, italicized, the date of publication, written as day, month, year, the URL, and the date of access if there is no publication date. So let's take a look at how I go about finding each piece of information necessary to make a citation. Here's the web page I'm wanting to cite. First, I'm looking for the author's name, which I see right here that this is by Crystal Aries. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the author's name, starting with the last name, then a comma, and then the first name. After the author's name, I need a period, which I can see both here in my template and also by looking again at the 9 core elements. Next, I need the title of the web page. This is not the title of the website, but rather of the specific page that I am visiting. In this case, the title is 11 Main Pros and Cons of Internet. So I'm going to type that in, putting it in quotation marks. After the title of the web page, I need a period, which again, I can see here in my template and also corresponds with what the 9 core elements tell me. Next, I need the name of the website. In this case, that is Green Garage. It's where this article is found. If you're unsure what the name of a website is, I recommend you take a look at the URL. Sometimes it will give you a clue. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Green Garage, followed by a comma, which I know I need from both the template and the 9 core elements. The name of a website is always italicized, and there are 2 ways to italicize. You can highlight the words you want italicized, and if you're using a Mac, press the Command button and the letter I, or if you're using a PC, press Control and the letter I, or you can find this slanted I button and click that. Next, I need the date of publication, which I can see right here is July 22nd, 2015. We write that as day, month, year, so that'll be 22 July 2015. And this again is followed by a comma. Finally, I need the URL. To get the URL, the easiest thing to do is to highlight your URL, copy it, and then paste it into your document. After pasting it, hit this formatting box that appears and change it to keep text only. This will prevent the hyperlink from being copied over or any other sort of strange formatting that you don't want. After the URL, we want a period. We always end MLA citations with a period. There are 2 other things I want to mention that can make citing a web page a little bit more complicated. To show you, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this citation so that I can modify a different version of it. The first is that web pages often don't have a publication date. So let's pretend that it doesn't say over here when this web page is published. If that is the case, we won't have a publication date in our citation, and instead we need to include a date of access. A date of access is the date when you visited this website and got your information off of it. The reason we need to include this is because a website without a publication date is subject to change. And if the information on this web page were to change, we need to know when you visited it so that we know what information existed at that time. So, to include a date of access after our URL, we are going to write the word accessed and then today's date, which is April 24th of 2019. I always want to write that as day, month, year. So I'll go ahead and do 24. April, because it's longer than 4 letters, I can abbreviate as APR, period. So I have 24 April 2019, and then I want to end with a period. The other thing I want to say is that web pages often don't attribute their writing to a specific author. And so if there is no author's name, you would simply delete the name and begin with the title of the source. So those are a couple of additional things to keep in mind when making a citation for a web page using MLA 8. If you have additional questions about making citations or would like assistance with any other stage of the writing process, please visit us at the Writing Center. This link will take you to our website. You can use the yellow Make an Appointment button to schedule an appointment.